And a person who neglects salat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is displeased with him. A person who leaves one salat deliberately, his name is written on the door of Jahannam through which he is going to enter the Jahannam. A person who is careless about salat, the grave presses him that his ribs are broken and the right side ribs are gone into the left side and the left side ribs are gone into the right side. And the fire would be burnt in his grave. A bold snake would be appointed to bite this person and punish him with the poison, and this would continue till the day of accountability. Our Sarkar-e Madina, beloved Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said to Sahaba Ikram, tonight two people came to me and they took me to Baitul Maqdas, and those two people were Hazrat Jibreel Amin alayhi salam and Hazrat Mikail alayhi salam. I saw there is a person who is lying down, and there is a person who is standing towards his head and carrying a huge stone in his hand, and he is hitting his head with that stone and smashing his head with that stone. And every time after his head is being smashed, his head comes right, and this person is busy hitting him all the time. And I asked the angels, who is this man? They replied to me, Ya Rasulullah, proceed further and see more. And the angel said, Ya Rasulullah, the first man that you have seen, whose head was being smashed, he was a person who memorized the Quran and then he stopped reciting the Quran. And he used to sleep at the time of first salat. Therefore, that was his treatment and that was his punishment. A person whose sister died, and when he returned back after burying her, his wallet was left in the grave, his valuables, his money was left. He came on the grave of his sister and started digging in order to get his wallet. And he saw that the fire was burning in the grave of his sister. And he said, I left everything as it is. And he was very sad and came running to my mother. And I asked her that, oh my beloved mother, tell me about my sister. What were her actions? What type of person she was? She told me, oh my son, why are you asking? I said, and I told her the story what I have seen. So my mother started crying and she told me that I'm very sorry that your sister was careless about salat. And when the time of salat is past, then she would perform the salat. In other words, she used to make qaza every time. When a person who makes his salat qaza deliberately, though he has performed it afterward, and that is the punishment of that person. Imagine of those people who do not perform salat at all. Remember that a person who will miss the salat knowingly, deliberately, without any sharia reason, he will deserve wal. And wal is a valley in Jahannam, that even the Jahannam itself is afraid of that valley. There is another valley in Jahannam which is called Ghai. It is very hot and very deep, and there is a well in it the name of that well is called Hub Hub. And when the fire of Jahannam comes close to end or die or finish, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opens that well and then it starts burning again. And this painful well, which is lighting the whole Jahannam, is made for those who are neglectful for their salats, those who commit adultery, those who drink liquor and wine, those who take interest, riba, and those who disobey their parents and cause harm to them. It is mentioned that a person would be brought in the court of Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will order this man to go to Jahannam. He will say, "O Allah Azza wa Jal, why are you sending me to Jahannam?" He will reply, Allah Azza wa Jal will reply to this person that because you used to perform your salat after when the time of salat is past, and you used to swear falsely on my name, you used to take false oaths, and that is the reason that you are being punished. Sayyidi Ala Hazrat Imam Ahl Sunnat Maulana Shah Ahmad Raza Khan radiyallahu ta'ala anhu wa nawwar Allahu marqadahu writes in Fatawa Razviya about that person who does not perform salat, that a person who deliberately left one salat, he will remain in Jahannam for thousands of years until he makes tawbah and performs the qaza. The Muslims should boycott him. They should not sit with him, and they should not sit in his company, because his company is an evil company. And Ala Hazrat radiyallahu ta'ala anhu says that it is mentioned in the Quran, وَإِمَّا يُنْسِيَنَّكَ الشَّيْطَانِ فَلَا تَقْعُدْ بَعْدَ الذِّكْرَى مَعَ الْقَوْمِ الظَّالِمِينَ. Translation from Kanzul Iman. And whatever they say, the devil, the shaitan may make you forget to do so, and then do not sit with them, mean the oppressors, the sinners, do not sit with them after recollection, after you realize, after you remember, do not sit with them. And be namazi is part of those people who are regarded as zalims or oppressors.